There is something strangely afoot on the streets of Kingston these days. It's 6 in the morning, and just as the work hour traffic starts to build up, a group of teachers led by this woman, Mrs. Tamika McCoy-Phipps, are walking with their lesson plans, chalks, and a ruler in hand. But they aren't going to a classroom in a school to teach. Instead, they meander through these adjacent inner-city communities, writing lessons on makeshift blackboards for children to learn. What drove them to this task?
What prompted me to do and to get started with this initiative is when I realized that children were not being occupied any at all throughout the entire day without occupied with teaching and learning any at all. They were like just putting down. I came to my gate and I saw them running up and down, like gallivanting all about. And I was like, whoa, I can't believe this. Look at that. I was so humiliated. I felt responsible because actually I am a teacher. These children belong to me. The nation's children is all ours as teachers. And so I said to myself, God, I know me a COVID, but COVID do something. And because COVID, I've done that, what is it that I am doing now? I am being, am I being proactive enough? Or am I going to wait until when we actually see that this thing had gotten really bad where our future generation has been really shattered within as it relates to education? And then that's when we're going to be reactive? No, I'd rather be proactive than reactive. So right there I said, what I have to do is come up with a plan to engage with even 1 or 2 hours per day with some little writing activities, learning activities, some things that I would have gotten in class if they were there. I have to engage them and they can't just Lego like that. And that's why I thought to put up the blackboard, the community blackboard.
So based on the early childhood curriculum, we know where we should be at. This time we have decided to start with the vowels. So, because we know that vowels, they are the one that helps with the enunciation of words.
The child would now come and look on the board and view the activity, and they would read the instruction, right? Or have somebody who is able to read for them. Most like a parent would come out or a family member and write the missing word to complete each sentence. And they would read also, and as they would look into the little guide here, jet, egg, elbow, they would want to know which one of these words would fit in that would have made sense to go with each sentence.
The work here being done by Mrs. McCoy-Phipps and her team has been dubbed the Community Blackboard Initiative. Sparked by the COVID-19 pandemic with its restrictions on group gatherings, the initiative is now into its 7th month, and even with its challenges, the team is determined to carry on with the project for as long as it's needed.
As you can see, sometimes when I'm writing, the place is not so smooth. Give me a little challenge to project the printing, but nevertheless I just have to keep going because the children, they're so, what they call it, articulate and flexible, and so they can manage to pick it up to see what is it that is there. It's not easy. Sometimes I'm not even well, and that is the truth. Even now I'm speaking to you, I'm not even well, and many mornings it's like this. But I don't let it hinder me. I still go out and do it because I know children are expected parents. And when I miss a morning or two and I would go back, they say, Miss, we never see you yesterday. That sounds real nice.
The Community Blackboard Initiative is hoping that the children in these inner city communities will still be able to receive their education in the era of the COVID-19 pandemic, when so many of them are not able to access online classes.
Because we cannot really travel from place to place. The truth is, whether we want to accept it or not, we come out of our yard and we go shop. And we go into the communities and we move about and so forth. So then, I'm not for them to really actually, for the parents especially, because I target the parents in my mind more, because I know that the children might probably be on the inside, though they were on the street and so forth, because sometimes parents is at work, Sometimes the parents themselves don't even care because they themselves stress out and all them good stuff. That is the honest truth, right? So I'm saying that at some means they're going to get to the board because I have to go to and fro to the community. So I'm going to put up the work on the board and have them to see this. And when they see it, they can always take their phone, take the picture, and carry it into their child. Get a little exercise with the textbook, open it and just put some and copy the work from off the phone in it. If the child cannot write, then mommy or some sister or brother, some sibling, write it off for them and put it in the book and engage them. All right, good morning everyone. This is one of the blackboard. This is the Shantytown community. A lot of children is inside here that needs this initiative, and they are happy to have it and they utilize it from day to day. All right, in time you'll see them. I'll allow or prepare some way for you to meet them and to engage them and so forth. But for now, I'm just going to work on this board. It's not a big space, but I just use what I have and let the Lord do the rest. All right. The first thing I try to do is to put the word name and put a line there to indicate to the child that they are to put indication whose work it would be, and also to re-emphasize them writing their names every day.
The initiative was brought to the attention of UNICEF, who interviewed Mrs. McCoy Phipps, who has been teaching for over 20 years. The video was uploaded on digital media, and since then, the group has attracted the attention of corporate Jamaica, several of whom have come on board to support the project in a variety of ways by donating money, reading books, and paint for the blackboards.
My quest now, with the help of the Lord and anybody else who want to help me to figure this thing out, is to really try to get that knowledgeable other to be posted somewhat in the community, somebody that is of that same community, to say, be available to explain this content to the child or whatever it is, so that, you know, these at-risk children who, on their own, they would not develop cognitively, they would not develop, because they're just having that somewhat learning challenge or whatever the situation is, so that they would need that additional support. So I am saying I need to take this a little further. So the initiative of the Black Community Blackboard has birthed something, another realization. In my class, I have no children there from my personal class. But as I said, if I walk and I see children just leaving up to themselves like that, I will target that place to say, I need to get in there.
Because of COVID, Miss Mackay step right out. Every child can learn, every child has to learn. That is her philosophy. Miss Mackay is a good teacher. She has done it all. There's nothing more to say. Miss Mackay is the best.
She come out every morning.
Lord Jesus, rain, sun and shine. Do man there. Sometimes I look over and say, Mr. Rain fall. Here I have to do it. It has to be done. Somebody has to do it. Do man great, man. Trust me. She deserves a medal.
Some of the communities that the team visits for the project are often plagued by gang violence. The group has to consider this when going about their task.
Sometimes there might have been a occurrence from the night before, and I would not know and would enter these communities. However, God had kept me, and persons respect and care for the initiative, but then that intense feeling would come over because you can see the place tense and you can see some little, you know, indications to show that something had happened throughout the night. So it kind of put a little tamper on the mind, but you just try to stay focused because you know what you're about and you're dependent on the protection of God.
Family that works together stays together. That is the view of team leader of the Community Blackboard Initiative, Mrs. McCoy Phipps, who has working with her husband, and 2 daughters, along with 2 other teachers.
we are the ones that decided to say, boy, we just have to do something. After I came up with the idea, they were on board, supported it, and said, boy, Mummy and Tanika, we've got to get it on the road. I believe in it, and I know that it will work, and children are going to be happy, and parents are going to be happy for it. So when I came up with the idea, they just get on board, and they were like, what is it that we can do? And I said, all right, I'm going to need support. You guys have to come with me and help me write up the board, and as the community grow, I'm going to need help. My husband, you're going to be the one to put up the board for me, paint them for me. If there's no need to put up any AC, we get a location of a little wall, you just paint it for me. Good morning, boys and girls. How are you this day? All right. Anybody's feeling ill today? No? Wonderful. Guess what? Teacher's feeling well too. So let us give thanks. Let us give thanks. Let us give thanks. So are you ready this morning to learn? Yay! Let's sing our warm-up song. Let's go now. Good morning. Good morning. Are you ready to learn? Good morning. Good morning. Are you ready to learn? Good morning, good morning. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to learn? Now, right here, we're going to be dealing with the letter E, the short E sound, right? Are you ready? Do you remember what we spoke about already? Do you have prior knowledge? All right, well, let's get in there. Ready? The short E sound. All right, now remember that we can find the short E sound at the beginning of a word or the middle of a word. Now look at this right here. We have some words in this little circle here. We have jet, jet. Now, can you locate the short E sound? Where in the word is that from? Look at it. All right, we see jet. All right, so is it at the beginning? No. Is it at the beginning? Come on, I can't hear you. No. It's not initial. All right, so then where is it? Is it in the middle? Yes. That's correct. Come on, make the sound of the crowd. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It is at the middle. It's in the middle. Jet. Now look at the word egg. Now the word egg, E-G-G, where would you say the short E sound? Egg. Where is it? Is it in the middle? No. It's not. All right. Okay, there's no letters around it. So then it's where is it then? Is it at the end? Look carefully. No. I spy the short E sound at the beginning. Clap yourself. Wonderful. All right. And then we have also the elbow. All right. And this one too, as you can see, it's at the beginning. Read with me the instruction. Are you ready? All right. For all my boys and girls that can read, come and read the instruction for me. All right. Help me. Teacher needs help to read this instruction. All right. Which word is this? Is this the word right? Right. So read along with me. Let's go. Right. The missing word to complete each sentence. Oh my God. Oh, you're so bright. Oh, the bright, sir. Oh, you're bright, sir. I don't know. Oh, you're bright, sir. Oh, you're bright, sir. All right, good, wonderful. So it says write the missing word to complete each sentence. So right here we have number one, sentence number one. You want to read with me again? All right, let's read. Ready? I am helping you. Come on now. Let's go. Everybody, look at my. Don't we say dash. We say. Because we want to find it ourselves, right? So let's go again. Look at my dad. All right. What do you think is happening here? We have the words up here. We have jet. We have egg. We have elbow. All right. Now, the thing is, it could be look at my jet. Would that make sense to you? No. Of course you could say look at my jet. You could say look at my jet, right? Could you have a jet here and ask somebody to look at it? Yes, man. So that could be it. All all right, but we still want to make sure. Now, could it be egg? Look at my egg. Yes, because you're so bright. That's why you know exactly which one it is. But it could be that you say, look at my egg. But what is it that helps you to know that that it is the word elbow? What is it that helps you to know that it is the word elbow? Because how is it that you know which one of these, jet, egg, elbow, should be placed here on the line? Speak up for me, my bright girl.
Because you see the picture.
Everybody say that.
How do you see the picture?
On the bright side. On the bright side. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I am a very proud daughter. Normally it's the other way around. I'm a very proud mother, persons would say. But I am a very proud daughter because, as I've said before, she is my first right start. The curriculum that the basic school or infant schools use these days are the right start. I remember my mommy being under the mango tree and she would have 6 other students along with her. That is where she began her true mission of teaching. I'm telling you, this woman right here is a blessing to even me.
It's a wonderful feeling to be a part of this initiative because of the drive that is behind it. We too were products of misfortunes in the sense where we didn't have the support that we would have needed, but we chose not to stay below our circumstance and thought to rise above. So it was education that gave us this positive transformation where now we are able to go out there and give back to children that would have been once in ours, the situation that we were in.
The solid basis for all lies in the education of the youth, as it's one of the surest ways to a better life for the individual and the nation. With the effort now being done by Mrs. McCoy-Phibbs and her team to ensure that the youths in these marginalized communities continue to learn in these challenging times, Jamaica stands to gain. Their work must not be forgotten, but encouraged and saluted. For it was in this same spirit that our national heroes before us sacrificed themselves selflessly for the greater good for which we now all benefit.